think about what your mind does as soon as you wake up in the morning. Just imagine that for a moment. You wake up in the morning, what's the first thing you do? I'm willing to put my hand up and say, I reach for my phone. Right? You just reach for your phone. There's nobody going to message you. Nobody's like that important that they're like a prime minister or something that they need to like check their messages first thing in the morning. But for whatever reason, what we do, and the reason we do it is so fascinating. Straight away in the morning, what we're doing is we are cementing, did anyone remember me? Did anyone remember me? So what are you doing first thing in the morning? You're cementing your importance. And if lots of people remembered you and messaged you for whatever reason, liked, commented on a status update, something, sent you a funny joke or anything like that, what you're really saying is first thing in the morning, am I still relevant? Am I still important? And what's the Guru's instruction? When you wake up in the morning, Guru Satgur ka jo Sikh khaye so pal ke uth har naam dhyaye. The way I understand that doesn't mean that you wake up, you have your Ishnan and do all of those things and then you spend a bit of time doing Nityanem. It means the moment that you wake up, Naam Simran starts. Yeah? If you are to call yourself a Sikh, this is one of the signs of a Sikh. They wake up in the morning, the first thing they do is not to think about, am I the most important person in the world? Straight away you realize it's nothing to do with me. Life ain't about me. So that's our first challenge when we wake up in the morning. Are we waking up the right way? You see, when we start dissecting our day, then we'll understand there were so many opportunities to do Naam Simran. But so many opportunities to also do like Hankar di Simran, which is what we're doing, the self-important Simran. Yeah? So then you wake up, and then the first thing your mind starts telling you after it's checked all your messages is, what do I need to do today? Your mind starts asking you all of these things. Okay, ye kam karna, wo kam karna. You need to do this, you need to do that. Yeah, everybody's the most important person in the world. And you got to do all the things. So, the next thing that you do is your mind tells you, you've got loads of things to do. You've got plenty of things to do. You might even convince yourself you don't have time to do any meditation in the morning. And people are all living difficult lives. Yeah? Everybody's got lots of different things that they need to do and lots of different commitments. I say that there's always 2 times in the day that you definitely have to do Naam Simran. If you say that your day's too busy, life's too busy, there's definitely 2 points of the day. When you wake up in the morning, you have got a couple of minutes. Yeah, if not, set your alarm at least 5 minutes earlier. You've got time when you wake up in the morning, before you even get out of bed. And before you get into bed. What's the last thing you do before you go to bed? Check your phone. Yeah? Kiss your phone goodnight. Right? You do that. We all do it. Right? You have to understand that these things are like being made addictive. Like the phone companies, they know, let's keep people hooked on this stuff. Right? And you can go into the science of it. And what you're really doing is you're looking for a dopamine hit. Dopamine is a pleasure chemical, a happy chemical they call it. And when you receive a message, what you're receiving is a little hit that says, I'm still important. You're addicted to a drug being released by your own mind. Right? But we don't understand that these are the things that are happening to us. We just, let's just check our phone. Really, it's addiction. Try this. Wake up in the morning, don't check your phone. Then you'll see how addicted you are to your phone. There's such a strong kitch, it's just pulling you, such a strong pull, right? Just think now, most of us are from a generation where we weren't born with phones in our hands, right? We weren't born, most of us remember childhood when we didn't have to have a phone. Yeah, you had to have a 10p coin in your pocket so that you went and actually had to call home, you needed some money in your pocket. What's going to happen to our children who are of this generation now where the phone is part of their life? They're brought up, with a phone. My youngest boy, when he was about 1 year old, he'd go to the TV screen and he'd start swiping. Because his expectation was every screen is a touch screen. At 1 year old, he was swiping the TV, trying to move the screen along. They are born with technology. So if we don't set a good example, the next generation have got no hope. Yeah? People are always saying to me, come to our schools, come to our Gurdwara, teach the kids. I always say, I'm not interested in teaching the kids. Let's teach the parents. Let them teach the kids. Let's teach the parents first, because don't make the assumption, bachya nu sikhao. If you're saying bachya nu sikhao, that means we've learnt everything. And if you've learnt everything, you can't call yourself a Sikh anymore, because a Sikh means I'm still learning. So we should always reflect on what is happening with our day. So we start our day. Life feels so complicated, so many things to do. So many things to think about. So when we're brushing our teeth, our minds are wandering, and when we're in the shower and when we're eating our breakfast, our minds are all over the place. Where's the time for all these things? You know Guru Nanak Dev Ji, he was more than aware of this. Guru Nanak Dev Ji has shabads specifically that address these things. And what Guruji says is, he says that there are so many flavors for you to enjoy. Ras soina, ras rupa kaman, right? Gold, silver. He says husband and wife, that's also a attraction. That's also something that's keeping you distracted. Yeah? Ras parmal ki vas, even fragrance. Ras kode, seja, mandar. Yeah? Today we don't have horses, but our cars, that's an addiction. He says even your bed is an addiction. Yeah? All of these are nice flavors that you can get attached to. Rasa meetha, ras mas, sweet flavors, savory flavors. Ete ras sarir ke ghat naam nivas. When there are so many flavors to enjoy, who's got naam sitting in their heart? Guruji understands. Guruji's talking our language. It's not complicated. Guruji's saying, look, I get it. I understand. So the Guru's not trying to make your life more complicated. The Guru's trying to make your life better. But we just have to understand, why is it better? What is it that Naam Simran can give me that my phone can't give me? Okay, let's talk about this, because this is very important for us to understand for our younger generation. We get parents coming up to me and saying, I can't get my kids to do Japji Sahib. They just don't want to do it. We've been doing it for 20 years since we were young, but the kids don't want to do it anymore. My question to them is, do you understand what Japji Sahib says? They said, no, we never really bothered with that. We just read it. And now we just want our kids to read it. And unfortunately, this is just not going to last. This doesn't work. The next generation, the mobile phone generation, it's not going to work for them. Just go do it. Just do part. Sawal nahi puchda hunda. Don't ask questions. That's how the older generations raised us. Don't ask questions, you do it. The younger generation are saying, what can this part give me that me posting a picture of myself on Instagram can't give me? I post a picture on Instagram, I instantly get a hit. I instantly feel good. You have to now prove to me what Naam Simran is going to do. And that's where the only way we're going to help our young generation is if we know what Naam Simran is actually doing for us. If you don't know, you're not going to be able to convince them, because you're telling them to try something that you don't know what it tastes like.